My name is Judith Erickson. I was born Judith Ann Windsor on March 20th, 1949 in Alton, Illinois. My early childhood was a confusing time. My dad was a lineman for the Bell Telephone Company. He was actually killed in a car accident in May after my first birthday in March. My mother had 2 children from a previous marriage and was a working mother, made it difficult for her to take care of me as a baby. So my grandmother, my father's mother, decided she would help out, but they did not live in the same city. So my grandmother took me to her home, which was in Meredosia, Illinois, about 70 miles from Alton. I stayed there with her, visited my mother. Some weekends for holidays, my mother came to my grandmother's house and visited on holidays. In the summers, my 2 stepsisters would come to visit and we got to know each other. And this went on for several years. My mother and my grandmother made an agreement that I would stay with my grandparents. So that's where I grew up, was in Meredosia. There wasn't a lot of entertaining. You know, we had a television, black and white. We got 2 stations. And my favorite shows were like Roy Rogers and Gene Autry. I loved Westerns. And when I was 9, my grandfather surprised me with a pony. The pony had been on one of the carnival rides, you know, where you get on the pony and ride around the circle. And we always laughed that, you know, the pony could only make left-hand turns because that's what it was used to doing. I was a happy child. I was more of a tomboy than a little girl, although my grandmother loved to dress me up in these nice little outfits. But I would just as soon have a pair of jeans on, which at the time you could not buy in the girls' department. You had to go to the boys' department. But I loved all the popular music. On Saturdays, after my dance lesson, we would always go to the music store and get a new 45 of some popular song that was out. And I had quite a collection of 45 records of all kinds of different popular songs at the time. Some people who started off life the way I did could be bitter, angry, wanting to get back at someone because they felt they were cheated. And I never, ever felt cheated in my life. I felt and still feel so blessed because I had all these people who took care of me. And I just want my children and my grandchildren to know how much I value them and love them and have appreciated them. And I thank God for my life. The end.